The ground beneath our feet may seem solid and secure. But in reality, we are balancing on a thin, cooled crust. Beneath us lies chaos. When Mount Tambora erupted in 1815, ash choked the sky, and the world endured a year without a summer. But our planet hides far greater threats: supervolcanoes. If a giant like Yellowstone wakes, it could bury civilization in a winter lasting for years. So, could we fight this possibility?
NASA engineers are working on a theoretical plan to potentially extinguish a volcano. By drilling wells around the magma chamber and pumping in cold water, we could absorb the excess heat from the rock. Furthermore, the rising steam could drive turbines, potentially providing clean electricity for an entire continent.
However, this is playing with fire. A drilling error could trigger the very catastrophe we are trying to prevent. The danger isn't just below. The sky is warming. Scientists are now discussing intervening in Earth's thermostat, dimming the sunday.
We can mimic how volcanic ash cools the Earth. Alternatively, a massive sunshade could be deployed in space, positioned between the Earth and the Sun.
But hacking the atmosphere could alter rainfall patterns. We might save one country while drying out another. This has the potential to trigger climate wars. All of this must be calculated with extreme precision. The struggle must continue in the oceans. To trap carbon, we might need mechanical forests.
To balance ocean acidity, there is a more radical idea: crushing rocks on the seabed to neutralize the acid.
And what of the melting glaciers? Could we build a defensive line against the warm waters eating them from below?
We could divert warm currents by constructing 100 kilometers long curtains on the sea floor. go to space, but debris in orbit could destroy our rockets. We may need to clear the path with lasers first.
Once the path is clear, the era of rockets may end. We might need a space elevator rising from the middle of the ocean.
We could weave a 36,000 kilometers cable using carbon nanotubes, a material 100 times stronger than steel.
And finally, the pinnacle of engineering, the Orbital Ring, an artificial continent encircling the Earth. We could move our industry here, offering a chance to turn Earth back into a garden, a nature preserve. What was yesterday's dream could be tomorrow's home.